Welcome to Toffee TV, it's the Tuesday topic. We've had a video in from Mark.
Hi Bars, Ped. Discussion for Tuesday topic. I wanted to discuss the introduction of the video assistant referee for next season. And do you think that it might have a potential impact on the so-called top six in the Premier League in terms of league position? I think for me, it should create a level playing field. Decisions that we see that always seem to go for the top six, especially at home, whether it's penalties, offsides, or fouls and set pieces. I think if you take into consideration, if you look at Richarlison, how many times he's fouled and how many times we actually get free kicks, and I think if you put that up against how many times Salah or Harry Kane gets fouled, I would presume there'd be a hell of a lot more free kicks awarded. It was interesting that Matt Letitia tweeted. It said a lot of teams of the bigger teams seem a little concerned about the introduction of VAR, so maybe there could be something in it. I was just wondering what your views were on VAR. Do you think it'll change anything? It seemed to work in the World Cup, so who knows. Okay, thank you.
Nice one, Mark. Nice to get away from talking about Everton. Talking about something that, you know.
Hopefully it'll benefit Everton in the future.
Sick to death of Everton. No, it's yeah, obviously VAR's coming in next year. And yeah, will it create a level playing field? Because I think a lot of people feel like it won't, like it's almost going to favour the big boys, and I can understand that in a way, because I suppose for, let's say, the FA Cup or something like that, it's almost the inconsistencies at times that help, you know, the smaller teams as such. I've just watched the FA Cup weekend there. City were playing at Newport, and it's a terrible pitch, and the referee's maybe not giving every decision, and for some reason the commentators, they all love it. And going back to our game when we played Millwall, you know, Jonathan Pearce is loving the fact that the ref's not booking players for kicking shit out of Richarlison and all these little things. So I can understand from that point of view why they'd be like, well, if that's a level playing field, then that gap is reduced. But in the Premier League, where teams are supposed to be within, I suppose, a certain level of each other, do you think it'll work the other way and go against those big teams?
Yeah, because they get some decisions that are outrageous because of who they are. Doesn't it? I mean, let's be clear, VAR's only brought in for game-changing decisions, isn't it? So it's not every tackle that goes in. It's not like they're going to stop the game and go, that's a yellow card, and that's a, you know, you've missed a free kick that should have been. But I think when we see some of the decisions that the bigger clubs get, you know, you look and just think, we never get, like, you know, Mo Salah, for argument's sake, flopping his arms back and going down, and the games that win Liverpool games that are keeping them at the top of the league, and you're like, we just wouldn't get those decisions. So and they wouldn't get them with VAR. We've seen City get decision benefits of the doubt with some stuff, and it's natural, you know. United get decisions. You've heard referees saying, not sure, but I'd probably give it because it was at Anfield or Old Trafford, and you're like, whoa, what do you mean? You'd give it because because that's Liverpool or Anfield or United or Old Trafford. So that can only be a good thing for the game. And there's a tendency as a fan of a club outside the top six to go, you know, be a bit paranoid. We never get those decisions. But you've got Matt Letitia, who's quite a high profile pundit on Sky, really. I quite like him. I think he's quite down the middle, I think, saying these big clubs are nervous about these decisions, about this VAR. They're trying everything to put it off for another because they don't want it coming in yet. You've got him saying it. It shows you that it's more than us just being sensitive.
Pochettino said a couple of weeks ago, didn't he? He said, I'd leave it for another year.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, he said, I'd probably leave it. Probably needs more testing. Why does it need more testing? As long as it's in and it's universal. See, the big problem I've got at the moment, certainly with the FA Cup, is the fact that, you know, in our game, again, the handball,
people punching things in the net.
You know, the ref doesn't see it, doesn't give it. Well, VAR, that immediately clears that up. And again, going back to what I was saying before about it's the fact that it's not a level playing field helps those teams, helps the cup shocks, helps ultimately the magic of the FA Cup. But it's bollocks, isn't it? That's bollocks. Because at the end of the day, we all want a level playing field. You wouldn't say, it's like goal line technology.